Big Ronnie saying if you don't watch this guy's YouTube channel, you're making a big mistake.
What is up, everybody? What's going on? Can you hear me? My little thing is not lighting up here. What's going on out there in the world? Let me make sure. Can everybody hear me? Oh, it looks like my audio is good. I don't know why my little light's not lighting up over here, but Heath B, what's up? bnchile, what's up? What's up, everybody? Play a lot of games. How you doing tonight? This is a lot later than normal for me, which is probably a good thing. Gave me a couple more hours to continue the recovery process here. bnchile, yes, thank you. Feeling much better, sounding much better, and rocking another one of my new shirts here. This one is extremely hideous, apparently. But anyways, Monday was pretty rough. Tuesday wasn't much better. Wednesday was a little better. And today is much, much better. I am feeling pretty darn good. I've got a little residual cough and was kind of over that. Did you were right about Maxine? What was Monkey? What were you talking about there? Remind me if you would. I'm not following you, Monkey. But anyways, no, I'm feeling much better. Earlier in the week, I was like, ooh, I wanted to do this on Tuesday, but then it was not going to happen the way I was feeling. And I was just hoping that it was that I would be good for today. Oh, yes. So I haven't really looked at, and I'll be completely honest, being sick it was like 10 days ago, 11 days ago, where I really came down getting sick. I haven't done much research into anything, but I do know there is a third film in that franchise coming. I have heard that it takes place in like the 80s instead of like the 70s. But like I don't really know that much more about it. Monkey Wicked Network, what up? What's going on? Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully in the next day or two you'll be receiving a little package in the mail there. But yeah, we are here tonight, and like I said, at a little bit later hour. Oh, it's called Maxine. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, Monkey. And like I said, I haven't really done much in the way of research lately. I've been planted over there on the couch, sleeping, relaxing, getting better, watching some movies. So I've watched these since I got sick, and I watched the other They Crawl Beneath, and then I've been watching a lot of. I just started watching Yellowstone. Everybody been telling me Yellowstone was great, and I just never got around to it. And I finally did, and I'm absolutely loving Yellowstone. There are some of the storylines that I'm like, it's not for me. But in general, pretty good, pretty solid show. So I've been binge watching that a little bit. Hayden Jones Media, what's up? How you doing, Hayden Jones Media? Thanks for dropping in tonight. But anyways, yes, before we get too far into the show, without talking about them, we are really here to talk about these tonight. And then once we get through talking about these 4 movies, we'll open it up to like an open forum here to talk about whatever. And what films did I watch? The answer to that question is the first 4 Visual Vengeance films. You can see down here as you saw in the thumbnail. And the first one is the Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. And the second one is the Necrofiles. The third one was the LA AIDS Jabber. And then the fourth was the Suburban Sasquatch. And we'll go in order. And now this is interesting because through what these are is like a sister company, Visual Vengeance is, to Wild Eye Releasing. And you don't actually go like right to their website to buy them. There is a website that sells them. My recommendation would be Amazon, especially if you have Prime, you get the free shipping. And I ordered, so they had sent me 3 of these as screeners. They sent me these 3, just complimentary courtesy of Visual Vengeance for me to talk about and review. This one I actually purchased so that I would have all 4 of them. But I ordered this off of Amazon at like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night or something. It was at my house by like 2 the next afternoon. So that's why I love me some Amazon. So I would recommend, if you're interested in these, Amazon is the way to go. I'll give you my thoughts on each of these films as we go through them here in just a moment, some better than others. Killer Shirt, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hayden Jones, been watching the video since 2014. Wow, like old school Hayden Jones. That's cool. Yeah, and I was going to say the name sounds familiar, but I couldn't quite place it. It seemed like maybe you've either commented in the past or been in contest or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's awesome that you've been watching for that long. So you've seen the channel evolve and go through some crazy periods. In fact, for a time where we completely shut down the channel, kind of archived it, but then brought it back, and here we are today talking movies. So thank you all for being here. Well, let's dive right into it. So that way, once we get through these, we can open it up and talk about them. But if you have, comments or whatever, feel free, drop them in there. And everybody, if you would, hit the big old thumbs up button down there. And I wanted to mention something too. If you're having problems with the bell, you're not getting the notifications, when you click on the bell, if you look down below there, and you see, or on the channel, if you look at my channel there and you see the bell needs to be like solid. I think it's like solid black in order for you to get the notifications. There's like different levels of notifications you can set it at. So make sure that it's clicked so you actually get the notifications. But more importantly, right now, hit the thumbs up button and let's talk some movies. Wet Movie 1, what is up? What is up? Mr. Wet Movie 1 recovering from a long work day today, but thanks for dropping by, homeboy. If you order them through Diabolic, you usually get extras like Bodybuilder came with a weight and Jabber came with a needle branded with the name. Okay, well, that's cool. And so I've seen like the idea that you could order through MVD. I hadn't really looked into Diabolic, but that's good to know, Ben Grimm. I appreciate that. And definitely one of the things I always say is like, I'm a fan of movies. I love talking about them. I love talking about them with you all. I never want to proclaim to be an expert or the ultimate authority on stuff. So if you know something that I don't, I really, really appreciate knowing. So Diabolic would then be the way to go. And I had heard about extras and goodies. And see, I had just thought that, well, maybe, the extras were, like with the Necrofiles, you got the condom and like the stickers and that stuff. I didn't realize there was more to it. Good to know, Ben Grimm. Thank you very much for that little tidbit there. I appreciate that. Brian Sanchez, what's up, everyone else? I watched Prom Night, Terror Train, Jaws sequels, Child's Plays movies, Orca the Killer Wave, Bubba Hotep, Frank said, wow, you watched all those? That is some good titles right there. That's a lot of movie watching there, though. Hey, OGP, have you played any GTA games for PS2? I remember screwing around with GTA. Never really like diehard first-person shooter player, but I do remember playing some GTA games. I don't remember. I don't want to say like which specific console I was playing them on, because out here in the other room, in addition to the PS2, we got the Xbox, we got the 360, and the PS4. So there's a lot of different consoles out there. I don't remember which one that I would have ever played GTA on, but it may have been a PS2, very possibly. But that's a question I would have to look into, Hayden. There, the LA Jabber looks like it could be a crazy movie. Says what movie won, and yes, these are all very interesting movies. They're all very interesting, and to start, we'll just start with Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder from Hell, and let me go ahead and share the screen. I don't do trailers on my channel just because I've seen nightmares where other people have gotten into trouble with the channel as far as copyright content and stuff like that. So I'll share the IMDb page here where it says it's a 1995 film. It's an hour and 2 minutes. So the nice thing about this, if you're not feeling it, it's just over an hour. You get through it, no problem. Trapped inside a haunted house, a bodybuilder must save himself from a gruesome ghost hell-bent on revenge. And that is essentially, I don't know if it's really a ghost as much as it is. Well, I guess it is a ghost, but there's other things in there. It's not just one entity that is after this guy. But the story goes, and I should say, a lot of people say this is the Japanese version of Night of the Living Dead, but I don't really see that. I kind of understand the Evil Dead, Japanese Evil Dead. Thank you. And it has, I understand the comparisons because there are moments that are very goofy, and it definitely has that outlandish elements where, there's one scene where there's a head that's being moved around by a hand. I even shared the video on TikTok, and there's a girl, she's just punching the head, punching. It's pretty hysterical. Kind of along lines where Evil Dead, there was a definite comedy element to it. But so the story, you start off with the guy, and he's like, him and this chick, and he ends up killing the chick. He buries her underneath the house. So this is the very, very, very beginning of the movie. And then you move on 30 years later, and you're seeing like a different dude and a different chick. And the girl there is all into like paranormal research and stuff. And so they decide they're going to go to this house to do the paranormal research. And that's where all hell breaks loose. And I don't want to do a whole lot of spoilers for these because this is one that I think is definitely worth a watch. And here's the thing with when you have a whole new like label coming out, like Visual Vengeance, not all of them are going to be for everybody. This one, again, 62 minutes, you can get through it. It had some definite funny moments. There was, with any of these movies, there's going to be some flaws. They all look like shot on video. It's not the greatest quality. As far as the dubs go, this is a pretty good transfer onto Blu-ray here. But the story is fast paced. It keeps going. It's crazy. And again, there are some elements of like Evil Dead, the goofiness, the craziness. There's blood and guts and gore. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good as far as this one goes. I'm not mad at this one at all. I don't know that I'm gonna rate maybe I don't know that I'm going to rate these on a 1 to 10. I don't know that I'm going to do that because they're very, very, they're different. You cannot compare this to like the new Top Gun. You cannot compare this to X. You can't compare it to Barbarian because of the budget, the time frame it was made. just a lot of factors, the lack of technology, a lot of different things. So, but it was a fun watch. And that's what I'll say on these. We're going to go, like thumbs up, thumbs on the side, or thumbs down. This was a fun watch. I really enjoyed this, and it was just so fast paced. That's not a bad to start your franchise, to start your new label. This was a good choice. I'm not mad at them for that right there. Balzer is in the house. Wasn't for you, and that's yes, silly, over the top, and absurd is exactly correct. You are correct with that, Balzer. 100%. It was over the top, but it was intentional. They knew what it was, and I think they embraced that. I think they were going for Evil Dead, but with a lack of budget and everything, they weren't going to get there. But it was still a fun watch for me, because once I understood that they knew this was going to be silly and over the top, and they embrace that, I'm on board. It's the movies that don't realize that they're bad that are hard to watch. So that moves us on. Let's see, Bloody Muscle from Hell. Never heard of that movie. Nothing else to say about that. Okay. Yeah, no, hey, these Visual Vengeance went and dug deep to pull these titles out right here. These are not exactly run-of-the-mill titles that they found and they're releasing. My guess is that with the Visual Vengeance titles, they are looking for the really obscure, like shot on video movies that would just fade into oblivion, and they're giving them a second life. So I like that. I like that we're saving some of these movies from just fading into oblivion. I think that's pretty cool. Nowadays, everything's digital, so it'll always be out there. But when you got these older movies that were shot on video, if they're sitting on a VHS tape somewhere, never to be seen again, eventually those tapes are going to rot, and we'll lose those movies. Whether you like them or not, we should still have a record of them. So I love that Visual Vengeance is doing that. So pardon me while I take a sip of water and make sure and keep the throat going good enough here to get through the show tonight. The second one is the Necrofiles, and I'll tell you, out of the four of them, this is my favorite. This was beyond over the top, and it's definitely not for the whole family, as you see in the very first scene. It kind of felt like they were trying to spoof the Scream movie a little bit, and where you would have gosh darn it, what's her name there at the beginning of Scream, the little girl that was a child actress, now as a talk show. But pardon me, I'm still recovering, still out of it a little bit. Totally see her face. I don't know why I can't name her right now. But so at the beginning of Scream, you remember we're in the house, and the girl's alone, the phone rings, that type of stuff. That's going on here, where there's a girl in the house, she's alone, there's somebody outside of the house messing with her, except it was like they thought, oh, instead of like the girl in Scream, just kind of like, being scared at home alone, let's do that, but let's make her run around the house naked. And that's like the way it started off there. So it was just very, very crazy. Drew Barrymore. How did I forget Drew Barrymore's name? Forgive me. But Drew Barrymore is not in this. But at the very beginning of Scream, when you see Drew Barrymore running around the house all scared, there's kind of like that scene there where, the first girl that gets, well, whatever. I don't want to give, spoilers and stuff. But this movie was over the top, but it was crazy and gory and raunchy enough that it was a really fun watch. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pull up the second one here. And we'll look at, okay, where is Necrofiles? Boom. And so, I should probably, maybe I can make that smaller. There you go. Maybe you can see a little bit better. But 1997, this was made, hour and 12 minutes. So again, not really, really long. And, so if you're not feeling it, you could still get through it. But it says a cannibal rapist rises from the grave as a flesh-eating zombie sex maniac. 2 Seattle cops, a satanic cult, and a flying demon fetus try to stop the lust-crazed ghoul before he can kill again. And that's where, when you just read the words, a flying demon fetus, it's going to be crazy and over the top. And it was just ridiculous, but it made it a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Like I said, this is probably my favorite out of the bunch. And if there was anyone that, if you were like, oh, well, let's go watch one right now, this would be the one I would pop in for sure. And then moving on to the third one here would be LA AIDS Jabber. And when I watched the trailer for this originally, I'm doing that wrong. Sorry. What am I doing here? When I watched the trailer for this, I was like, oh no. The transfer from VHS to Blu-ray, I'm sure Visual Vengeance did the best they could, but it is a very, very rough transfer. And that just means that the copy that they had wasn't in great shape. And like I said, I'm sure they did the best they could. But this one, visually, to get through was tough. But again, they're preserving a movie that was made in, let's pull it up here and see. LA AIDS Jabber, 1994, and it's an hour and 18 minutes. Well, let's just read about it. It says a guy who's been diagnosed with AIDS decides to get his revenge on the world by attacking people with a hypodermic needles filled with his blood. So it's this guy he's pissed off at a lot of people, and he finds out he has AIDS, so he thinks he's dying. So he decides that he's going to take revenge by putting his blood with AIDS into other people. And so, he remember like the Clint Eastwood Death Pool movie where he had, they had the list of people they had to kill or whatever. He made himself a list, people that he wanted to infect before he died. And so it's about his adventure. I don't know if adventure is the right word, but the story of him going through that, him losing his mind, finding out he's dying, being pissed off at the world. The story, story-wise, the premise and everything, really good idea, because this type of stuff did happen back in the 90s. And you could see where somebody may lose their mind and go do this. There was some flaws, like one of the really funny, noticeable standout flaws early in the movie, after he's, diagnosed and knows he has AIDS, and, thinks he's told by the doctor he has AIDS. And so then he's pissed off. He's going to go infect everybody with AIDS. And he thinks the girl that gave him AIDS is this prostitute. So if she gave him AIDS, why would he need to go give it back to her? I don't know. But anyways, he feels like she gave him AIDS, so he's going to go give it back to her. So that didn't make sense right there. But on top of that, he calls her and he's like, hey, I want to see you tonight. And she's like, well, I'm busy. She's not really interested in seeing the dude because she knows he's crazy. And he's like, oh, I got $100, come over and see me. And I'll throw in he said like an extra $10 or whatever. And again, this is back in the 90s. Maybe, I'm sure prostitutes are a lot more expensive now than they were, back in the 90s. But anyways, so she's like, okay, fine, I'll come over. She was supposed to go to his house based on that phone conversation. Then later on, you see her at her house and he shows up there. So we forgot halfway through the script who was supposed to go to whose house. So they screwed up there. And then the whole point that he would need to infect her if she was the one that infected him in the first place was kind of goofy. So there were some problems with it. But low budget. I hesitate to even say indie film because this is more like a micro budget film made in the 90s. But if you can appreciate the effort that they went out and did to put into this, and the idea of behind the story that's very interesting, then you might enjoy this. If you can't get past the rough transfer from VHS to Blu-ray, this is going to be a tough one for you. But like I said, I'm sure Visual Vengeance did the best they could to get that right. Unfortunately, it's just not the most but it was definitely interesting. Big twist toward the end there. But LA AIDS Jabber was the third one. And then let me get rid of this and pull up the oops, I did that wrong. One of these days the channel's going to get big enough where I'm going to have like somebody, I'm going to have like a switchboard operator and be like big time. And so I won't like suck at this stuff so bad. But the fourth movie is the Suburban Sasquatch. And to me, originally, after watching the trailer, I thought LA AIDS Jabber might have been the weakest of the bunch. But no, that was definitely the Suburban Sasquatch was the weakest of the bunch. It looks funny. And I think for the most part, they did embrace how cheesy it was going to be. And before I read into this, let me say, Jesse Torres, what's up? Michael McNally, what's going on? Hayden, everyone excited for Chucky season 2 next month? I'm sure everybody is. Yes. Nocturnal, what's cracking? Ruben Villa, thanks. Yeah, I got this is one of the other shirts I bought. There was a few of them I bought with that one that I was rocking the other day. LA Herpes Jabber, there you go. Hey, you could, I mean, there's a lot of different things. Nowadays it would be LA COVID Jabber. I love your Dude Where's My Car reference. Oh, you talking about and then I remember as a kid, the pizza chains around here took a hit because the delivery driver was supposedly doing that on a pizza you ordered. Urban myth. Wow. Indrid, that's crazy. There was, and I don't know about that. But that is crazy, and that definitely would. And there's a movie out there, and hold on, let me pull this down for a second. There is a movie out there that Fluffy and I watched a while back, and it is called Rideshare. You can watch it on YouTube. Fluffy and I really enjoyed it. It is about a rideshare driver who El Shadow, there you go. Switchboard for free. Hell yeah. Thanks. But it is a movie about, we're talking about rideshare now, really quickly. A movie about a guy who is a rideshare driver and he is a serial killer. There's one girl that he picks up food for, and he proceeds to put like roofies in her food on the way to her apartment and tries to rape her. So that will make you think twice. And you got to love the little stickers they put on the bags of food that you get when you have food delivered to you. But if you order food from any delivery service, make sure you get it, bring it in your house, and lock your door tight before you start eating that food in case you get roofied. So you're not getting raped by like a 300-pound hairy dude. So but anyways, Rideshare, that is another movie. And Fluffy and I reviewed it. The director saw our review, liked it so much that he invited us. I guess they're making a sequel. He invited us to the premiere when that happened. So very much looking forward to that. But I think that all occurred maybe before COVID. So I don't know where they are with the sequel to that one yet. But I'm very much looking forward to that. But oh, look, Way Up Dude is here. And with Way Up, we know we get some jokes. Here we go. All I know is by the time you get through feeding the chickens, I had to choke. Oh, yeah. Balzer recognizes a good little comedic joke when he sees one. Yes. Was she rescued? I don't want to spoil the movie for you or for everybody that may want to go watch it. But I'll tell you this, in the movie Rideshare, he roofies the food and then he asks if he can use her restroom before he takes off. So he gets into the house. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, way up. No, way up, dude. Nope. No, that one, it may have seemed like, I know we've talked about that fine line, and you're really good at walking a fine line with the jokes, but no, that one definitely you're on the good side of funny right there. I hope 300-pound dude doesn't like men, right? You never know. You never know nowadays. But anyways, let's get back to talking about Suburban Sasquatch here before we get too far off topic. Let's see. Did you talk about the big thing that went down this morning? What was the big thing that went down this morning? I'm not aware of a big thing that went down this morning. What one? Oh, yeah. You know what? No. And I'll mention that here in just a few minutes. Well, I'll just mention it now. Walmart screwed up, and the new Halloween set with the 3 movies, that collection that came out for 4K that's going for whatever, $100 or whatever it's going for. Walmart screwed up and had it there for $22. Maybe they meant to have it for $122 or whatever they meant to have it for. They had it for like $22. And so a bunch of people started ordering them. By the time I could get around to checking it out, Walmart had already pulled them down. So I was not able to get one. But Wet One, obviously you ordered one. Our homie, gosh, I am so out of it. I apologize. I'm names. When I'm out of it like this, the names are like the first thing to go with me. But it was Mr. J Sin. Mr. J Sin had messaged me about that earlier. Yeah, craziness. Your big thing does this? My big thing went down this morning. Ooh. Well, okay. All right. Well, anyways, let's get back to talking about Suburban Sasquatch here. And so this was an hour and 37 minutes long. That is the first red flag with this. How's my internet, everybody? That I'm seeing like a little goof. Hopefully my internet's okay. No, and I hope they don't cancel the orders for you guys either. But I showed a little internet hiccup right there. Hopefully I'm okay. But Suburban Sasquatch, the first red flag with this movie was that it was an hour and 37 minutes. This was a long one. And they, with this movie that came out in 2004, they tried to do some home CGI, and it was bad. Their attempt at their CGI really did not look good, and it was funny, but it wasn't good. But this says, the movie description: when a giant bloodthirsty anthropoid goes on a killing in a sprawling suburban park. I think they forgot to put spree in there. Goes on a killing, should say spree, in a sprawling suburban park area. It's up to a couple of rangers, a reporter, and a mystical Native American warrior to try and stop it. Yeah. So here's the thing about that. The mystical Native American warrior princess girl there, she was probably the best actor in the film. But mystical, not so much. There wasn't much about this that was really well done. The effects, when people would get their arms cut off, it was like the rubber arms that you would see at like, you know, the Halloween stores or whatever, or the rubber feet that you would see at the Halloween store, like, you know, leg and foot thing. So that was kind of tough. And here's the thing. I'm not knocking Visual Vengeance for this. Visual Vengeance is just saving these old films for us, and then we decide if we like them or not. This seems like a fun label to collect, and so I am doing that. But at the same time, I'm going to be, you know, brutally honest about these films. And this one was tough to get through just because of their effort to try and make the effects work, which they didn't. They could have. Sometimes less is more, you know, a la, you know, the original Psycho shower scene. We don't need to see the knife going into her. We know the knife is going into her. We see the blood on the ground. That's good enough. We don't need to see, like, for example, there's one part where you see the Sasquatch rip off an arm, and then the body's dead on the ground, and the person still has their arm. So there was a lot of flaws with this, but the length, number one, was just so hard to get through, being an hour and 40 minutes. This one was the toughest to get through out of them. If you're not a collector, I would avoid this one, and I would probably recommend these two for fun, old school shot on videos. And out of these two, Necrofiles is definitely my favorite out of the first four Visual Vengeance films here. First would be Necrofiles, then Bloody Muscle, Bodybuilder, and Hell, then LA AIDS Jabber, and Suburban Sasquatch. Am I mad at any one of them? No, because of, you're looking at the budget, you're looking at the technology, you're looking at them being like indie films. You know, they're really micro budget or no budget films. So, you know, it's hard to be mad at them because of what they are. So, couple of comments here. Let's get caught up. Did you see the news? There were a full load of silver bullets all over I-75. Oh man, yes. No, Cinesoccer and I definitely missed out on that. So, in which of my favorites would be the Necrofiles. MC in the house. What's cracking, MC? 8:30 tonight, which we should be wrapped up here by then. 8:30 tonight, Master Chaos. You're going to want to click over to his channel. He is going to be telling you all about the flash sale for Vinegar Syndrome there. Free on the 28th. I'd love to add you special guests when you do live panels. It's the night after Voyage. It is Wednesday. That would be Wednesday. I think I am free that night, MC. I do believe I'm free. So I know tomorrow night is, I've got the media night at Castle Dark. And then after that, I don't think I have anything until the 1st. So yeah, I'm down. That would be fun. MC, go ahead. Yeah, throw me in there. I'll join you. Vector Victor, I saw the preview of it. It seems so bad. It's hilarious. Kind of like Thanksgiving. Okay. And which were we talking about? When you're talking about the preview of it, were we talking about Suburban Sasquatch? But Vector Victor. But how you doing tonight, Vector Victor? Okay, cool, MC. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm down. Yeah, I'm always up for jumping on panels as long as it's stuff I can get behind. And you know, there's one reason why I won't be joining you tonight. But anyways, no, I know Vinegar Syndrome has a huge fan base, and Master Chaos 8:30, about 50 minutes from now, Master Chaos is going to be diving into their flash sale. So you'll want to go check that out. And remember, when we're talking Master Chaos now, you guys know Master Chaos has the new channel. So it's not, so if you're going to look for Master Chaos, it's still, when I search on YouTube, and I did this earlier today, I typed in Master Chaos, and the first link it sent me was still to Master Chaos TV. Scroll down a little bit more. You want to find the one that does not have the TV on it. for Master Chaos anymore. Just the Master Chaos is where you want to go. LA Jewel, what is up? What's going on? Oh, and Vector Victor, so it was Suburban Sasquatch. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is still one that I need to get around to watching. I enjoy holiday horror movies, whether it's like Easter Bunny killings or, My Bloody Valentine, things like that. Any type of holiday movies. And there was that one. Was it just called Holidays or Holiday, something like that? But it was the I think even Kevin Smith directed one, but it was like a holiday anthology, and they had like one story from each holiday, and that was a blast. I'm pretty sure Kevin Smith directed one of those. And or was it Kevin Smith? Let me take a look at that. Let me pull up Kevin Smith here. Thanksgiving is fun. All right, cool, sweet. Yeah, no, MC for sure. Yeah, man. Okay, so let's see. So I need him as a director, and let's see. It wasn't too long ago. The Flash. Oh, so it was just called Holidays. Holidays was the name of the movie. Let me go ahead and. Oh yeah, here we go. Add a stream. Boom, boom, boom. So it's this movie Holidays, and it's an anthology. Kevin Smith directed one. And it doesn't have all the directors on here. Bum, bum, bum. So, gosh, well, so it's got Father's Day, Valentine's Day, Easter, New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, Mother's Day, Christmas, and Valentine's Day. If you have not seen the movie Holidays, totally recommend it. This was such a good anthology. Really, really enjoyed it. Fluffy likes turtles. All right. The Holiday starring Hugh Grant. No, that's probably something my wife would watch. But it's not exactly the one I was talking about right here. Want these visual vengeance releases, but can't justify spending money on such crappy movies. LA Jewel, I understand that. And I know because I believe Balzer had mentioned he watched, I think, Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell on Tubi, I think. But so you might be able to get them out there. And to me, yeah, it is cool. I like especially LA AIDS Jabber. I'm digging the artwork there. And that's pretty cool artwork. I really like this artwork too, with the flying fetus. But I understand the dilemma in getting movies, and that's just more. It goes more than just visual vengeance. Anytime you're diving into these boutique titles, whether it's Severn, whether it's Vinegar, whoever, a lot of times the artwork and the physical part of it is better than what you're actually watching. So you have to be careful. And that's one of the things that is so great about what Master Chaos does. And, with his shows, when there are sales coming up, going through and talking about them and his knowledge of the movies, you really kind of get a good idea. And that's what I've done a few times. I've gone through, watched MC shows, made my notes on which movies I want to get, and then go out and order when the sale hits. But I understand. I really get it with the visual vengeance titles, but they are really cool looking titles to put on a shelf and have a little collection of if you decide to spend that money. And you have to decide, if are you a physical collector or not? But still, there's ways that you can still go view these. But if you are a physical collector and you like the cool artwork and stuff, and you have to be able to appreciate that old shot on video look. If you can do that, then this is definitely a collection you might think about going for. But otherwise, I understand. I really, really do. Let's see here. Moonchild looks like it's going to be good. VV will be releasing that one. Yeah, I got to get caught up because I think Visual Vengeance already has the next two movies out already, and I've got to get up to speed with them. But being sick for the last like 11 days, I am so far behind the game with things right now. So let's see. What do you think of Slender Man? I want it on 4K. Slender Man, decent movie. If I have a copy already, I don't know that I need to upgrade to 4K with that one. Personal opinion. The packaging is great. Yes, no, the packaging is great, and especially who was mentioning earlier about it being on Diabolic, where if you could get them there on Diabolic, Ben Grimm, I think, mentioned if you could get them through Diabolic with the extra goodies that they were coming with, then that's definitely way to go. Jesse Torres, so media night. So Castle Park is starting tomorrow night. They're having what's called Castle Dark, and so they're changing Castle Park into like for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights through Halloween. They're having these events with haunted mazes, haunted trails, different like cosplay characters and stuff going around the park. So tomorrow night, I am going down there, media night, where we get in early. You have to have press credentials. You get in there early, and a couple hours before the public to kind of get a sneak preview. I'll be taking my camera over there with the Steadicam. If you watch my video at the out there in Waco, Texas, which was a lot of fun, but I didn't have my Steadicam because I thought I was going on an airplane, so I didn't take the Steadicam with me. So there was kind of some bumpiness. A little hiccup there. The bumpiness will be gone tomorrow because I'm going to be rocking the Steadicam throughout the park there. But Cinestalker might be coming to me. I was waiting to hear back from him, but if Cinestalker's not coming with me, I might have an extra ticket. If somebody in the Southern California area wants to go to the media event tomorrow night, because I do have the 2 passes. But if somebody wants to go to that, got to let me know, and I'll get back to you once I hear back from Cinestalker. Glad that's so informative. No, MC, that's the one of the, I absolutely love the when you get in there and go through the shows, you go through the movies, talk about them, give your opinion, especially with the panels, so you kind of get everybody's opinions. The only one that we don't trust is BC. If BC likes it, we got to exercise a little caution. Other than that, it's generally pretty much a consensus on the good movies and stuff when you guys talk about them. So love hearing about that stuff. Yeah. Amy Cakes. What's up, Amy Cakes? How you doing tonight? Balzer. Speaking of crappy movies, Jeepers Creepers Reborn is utter shit. That is interesting. And I know 2 people who I believe saw that on Monday. You watched Mayhem today. Fantastic. Yes, right? Way up, dude. Mayhem it was mind-blowing. It was so fun. Such a thrill ride. It was just so great. I absolutely love that movie. And I don't know, sometimes, it's best let sleeping dogs lie. We don't necessarily need a sequel or anything, but man, if they could bring back Samara and Steven for a sequel, man, those 2 were absolutely, the way their chemistry together, acting in that movie was just beautiful. I absolutely love Mayhem. Such a great movie. Glad you liked it. And so we got we got MC telling Wet Movie don't fall asleep because Wet Movie's got to jump on the stream tonight. Wet Movie says he might fall asleep with your voice in the background. Is that weird? Ooh, a wet one using MC as like the what are those like sounds, the soothing night sounds. Diabolic, great people, nice. Yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about Diabolic. Nothing at all. And I'm not sure. Chili Dog. Brendan wants a chili dog. Is that what's going on? What movie one agreed? Okay, I'm confused, but hey, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. After the movie hunting video last week, I'm not gonna go all ASMR on you guys again and creep everybody out. We go from 29 viewers down to like 4 viewers in a minute here. Thinking about spanking one tonight. Ooh, man, we're off the rails here. Okay, media night is for media people, huh? I know Castle Park. I worked in the hospital. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. No, and but Jesse, yeah, no. So the park opens to the public at like 7 o'clock tonight, and you can get tickets. I don't know if they're still on sale, but they were on sale for like $20. I don't know if that sale's still going on or not, but if I haven't, like I said, what movie or not what movie, Cinestalker sent me a message. I just haven't had time to listen to it yet to know if he's going to be able to make it tomorrow or not. But once I find out about that, I'm going to be looking for somebody to join me. So Jesse, if you don't have anything going on tomorrow night and you're interested in going for free, let me know because if that pass is available, maybe I could throw it your way. Or if you're not available, Nocturno or somebody else in SoCal, if you guys are interested, I will be there tomorrow, and I do have a pass. So let me know what you get. It is 5 o'clock. It starts at 5. So it's a little bit early. Shows he was getting better with without The Walking Dead. Right. No. And here's the thing. He is a great actor. Now, he did great on Walking Dead as Glenn, but he is a great actor. There's no question about that. Have I watched Pearl yet? I have not, because I've been sick. I've wanted to go to the theater and check it out, but while I was sick, I was not going to go to the theater and get anybody sick. I was not going to do that. And number one, it drives me nuts hearing people sniffling and coughing and stuff in theaters. But two, just my good conscience wouldn't allow me to go get somebody else sick. So I have not seen Pearl yet, unfortunately, Nocturno. Pearl, Barbarian, and what's the third one that's out right now? There's like 3 movies out I got to check out right now. Love Pearl, best in 22. Nice, very cool. Well, X was in 2022 as well. Do you think Pearl was better than X? Yeah, no crinkling packages candy. Yeah, no. And Indrid, were you the one that mentioned that how you hated the crinkling or something? I think. Will Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 4K be announced tonight? Hard to say. I don't know. That is something that I think we'll definitely all have to tune in to Master Chaos show to find that out as the clock hits 9:01 over here on the West Coast and 12:01 back east. I think we will find that out, and yeah, that'll be information that we will find out on Master Chaos show there tonight. What's up, OGP? Just watching Recess show movie on DVD. Decent. Recess is what's that about? I'm not sure if I remember that one, but Juno, how you doing tonight? Way up right now watching Eaten Alive 1977. Ooh, I love, man, 70s and 80s horror movies don't get much better. You know, if you had to pick one or the other, I'm probably leaning 80s. But 70s, man, 70s horror. Oof. El Shadow. Hey, let's go, Pets. There it is. You can't really see it right now because I'm set up high, but yes, great win last week. Let's get 2 in a row. Let's make it a streak. I'm going to be at the game in just a couple weeks. October, what is it? Is it on the 6th? I'm going to be there in Foxborough. No, it's on the 9th. I'm going to be in Foxborough at the game. Let's go, Pats, man. Hey, the first loss of the season of Miami, especially the way after Miami came out second week of the season with the big surprising victory. No shame in that loss right there, road loss. First game of the season, shorter preseasons now. No worries. Belichick is going to get it together and bringing back so much of the old coaching staff with Patricia and stuff. Not worried about it. We're going to be all right. We are going to be all right. I'll buy both and watch X during the daytime and Pearl before bed. Okay. I I'll take your word for that. Be at work tomorrow. Appreciate the offer. Okay, bummer. Thought I'd throw that out there, but hey, got to make that money, Jesse. Recess's early 2000s Disney cartoon show with Doug SpongeBob came out. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I did not know that. And I'm not too much into animation. Every once in a while you'll catch me watching a South Park or Family Guy or something like that, but I don't really I just don't do much of the animation unless I'm with my kids. And when my kids were younger, don't get me wrong, man, did I watch my fair share of Barney and Teletubbies, and SpongeBob, of course, and all kinds of different kids shows and or anime, or animation and stuff. Balzer does it again with the peeps. Oh, look at this. Ruben Villa coming through. Balzer, it looks like Balzer has dropped more, and I don't know why I can never see this. This drives me nuts. Balzer comes through and hooks it up, and it does not show up on my StreamYard here, but it looks like Balzer has hooked it up with more gift memberships. So let me see here. Oh boy. Balzer. Oh, whoop. Stop that noise. Oh, there we go. We get in the live chat here. See, and now I can see it. So Balzer has gifted 5 more channel members. Balzer, I absolutely love you, Balzer. You are by far the #1 supporter of this channel, and I'm at a loss for words what to even say. But anyways, Balzer has gifted 5 channel memberships. So the first 5 people that go accept those, you can be members to the channel on Balzer's dime, and you can see the behind the scenes, or the members only content that and so we got Nocturno and Ruben have grabbed them, and if you can, yeah, it's a true horror. But Jesse or Juno, if you want, Balzer has thrown out the memberships. If they haven't been claimed, go grab one of those, and then you can see the members only content that's coming out. There's a members only video that was released a few days ago. There's members only pictures, more posts and updates. What's going on with me? That is just for members only, that the rest of everybody doesn't really get to see. Of course, it's been slow the last 10 days because I've been sick. But before that, we were like full bore. And starting tonight, once I'm done with this video, I will be editing. I'll be listening to Master Chaos, and I'll be editing the video that's coming up tomorrow, which might be my NASA video, might be me there at NASA in Houston. That one, and I think I know. If I leave it up to Balzer to decide right now, I think I know which way he'll go. But Balzer, NASA or Dealey Plaza, what do you want to see tomorrow? I'll let Balzer pick right now. Man, such a huge support to the channel, Balzer. I'm at a loss for words, buddy. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Wes Craven, Cursed, Blu-ray and Platoon 4K Blu-rays got this week, and they were great to watch. Nice, that's cool. Yeah, hey, Wes Craven, some movies better than others, but generally a Wes Craven movie is a fun watch. And Platoon, classic right there. So no, to have those on 4K, good choices. What do a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common? A wet nose. Way up, dude. That's great. I think I've heard that one somewhere before. But that's hysterical. That's hysterical. Wicked Network. I so wanted to go out and get the Lost Boys Steel book at Best Buy, but I was just too sick. I was just way too under the weather. I might order one if they haven't sold out already. But I would love to have that steelbook. Excuse me. But I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't trying to get anybody sick this week, so I did not. But looks like the monkey did. Looks like the monkey went and got a Lost Boys steelbook. How do you become a member? Kirk Cameron. Kirk Cameron in the house, man. We've got like Bruce Wayne. We've had like all the celebrities in the house. Kirk Cameron's in the house now. Balzer gifted 5 memberships, and I'm not sure if there are any left. But if there are, I think you maybe click on where Balzer did that gifting. I'm not 100% sure how that works on this end right here, because everything looks differently for me on my end, being that this is my channel, than it looks to you. So I can't really tell you that. But sweet, Amy Cakes grabbed one of them. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Have you checked out Clerks 3? I've enjoyed seeing this weekend and was very emotional. Nice. That's cool. Again, Clerks 3, another one that I have yet to see, just because I got back from Texas on a Sunday, and that night I got sick, and I have been down ever since. So I have not gone and seen anything. And unfortunately, that includes Pearl, that includes Barbarian, that includes Clerks 3. I have not, and I apologize. I will hopefully get to see those all very soon, and maybe we'll do another live chat talking about some of the newer movies. I wish they made Stab from Scream an actual movie, right? So Amy Cake, so Wet Movie 1 and I were walking around Midsummer Scream, and we saw at this booth they had Stab like DVD cases, and so Wet Movie 1 was like, oh shit. And so asking the people about it, thinking that maybe they just took all the clips from the Scream movie there, the Stab clips from the movie within the movie, thinking that maybe they just took all those and just put it together the best they could. But no, it was just an empty Stab case that they made as like a prop where you could put on your shelf somewhere. That's kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't know what they were charging for it. 15 or 20 bucks, something like that. But who's going to pay that kind of money to have just a prop on their shelf? Unless you're like, a diehard Scream fan. But Stab would be cool. And that is something that, maybe the studios one day decide, that's something they need to do or something. I don't know, but it would be very cool to get something, published in the way of Stab. Yes. Just subbed Walter Jones. What is up? Just sub. Watch the Necrofiles. LA A's Jabber. I love them so much. I picked up all the other visual vignettes titles so far. Really love Necrofiles. What do you think? So, well, very cool, Walter. Appreciate you being here, big time. And yes, out of the first 4, the Necrofiles definitely like stands out as my favorite. It was so wild, so over the top, so much fun. And when you're looking for low budget, goofy, over the top horror, this has everything you were asking for. And I really enjoyed the wild ride. Second, I would say out of the first 4, I haven't seen 5 or 6 yet. Or I don't even know if they've released. I don't think they've released 7 yet. But wherever they're at with it, I have not seen beyond part 4 or beyond the 4th release here. But my second, so first favorite would be Necrofiles, then the Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell would be my second, because it's a fast paced, crazy wild ride with the definite over the top, like Evil Dead kind of vibes to it. And then LA AIDS Jabber would be third, and Suburban Sasquatch is just way too long, and the cheesy digital effects were so. But anyways, I'm glad to have them all, and you can't have a complete collection unless you have the entire collection. So I've got them all right here. Got to get the next ones. But Walter, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. Hopefully you enjoy the content. If you have suggestions, let me know. I always, at the end of my videos, like if I'm out and about or whatever, saying like, hey, let me know where else I should go. Let me know what I should watch. I keep a running list of movies here that I'm trying to get to watch, to do reviews on and talk about, that are suggestions from everybody. So I love the feedback from everybody. And Balzer, thank you so much. And Balzer, did you hear my question I posed to you, Balzer. Should I edit for tomorrow? I'm gonna leave it up to you if you're still here, Balzer. Do I edit the Daily Plaza JFK video, or do I edit the NASA video for tomorrow? Which one of those videos do you want to see tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the West Coast, 1 p.m. East Coast? Which one do you want to see? Mr. Bones in the house. What's cracking, Mr. Bones? How you doing? 1 and 2 are the best of those. Okay, and yep, agreed, 100%. You are correct. You got to watch the director's interview and special features of Bodybuilder. Okay, I definitely will do that. Yeah, and I know, and we talked about him, Mr. Bones, and yeah, I owe you a big shout out for this video tonight, in particular, Mr. Bones. Thanks again. And so JFK video tomorrow. We will do the JFK video tomorrow. So tomorrow, and this is what's cool. This is what's cool. So tomorrow I'll be releasing the JFK video where I go to Dealey Plaza, look at the area where JFK was assassinated. And I don't really dive into the conspiracy as much as I just kind of take in the surroundings, look at where the shootings supposedly happened, look at the grassy knoll, look at the building, the 6th floor museum, all that stuff, and just kind of put it out there. And maybe another day we can dive into JFK conspiracies or something if that's a topic that we want to get into. But this video is really just kind of looking at the area where it happened, kind of walking around and just being there. It's an emotional place. It's definitely an emotional place. It is such a huge part of not just American history, but really world history, because of the implications of what was going on at the time, Cuban Missile Crisis, things like that were happening, relatively in that same time frame. So just it was such an amazing place to be and see. But the cool thing is, not only so I went to Dealey Plaza. And while I'm in Boston in a couple of weeks, I'm also going to the JFK Presidential Library. That has been a bucket list item. Been very much looking forward to that. So there'll be another video from that. I don't know that I'm going to be able to shoot video in there. So that might be more of a slideshow with video outside on the property. But inside, I think it's probably going to be a slideshow with me doing voiceover. But there will be definitely something from that. I'm very much looking forward to that presidential library trip there. What the worst streaming platform for movies that you had? For me, so I just, as much as I hate to say it, the ones that I've paid for that I just cannot find anything to watch. I mean, there's the big obvious things. But in general, if you're just like, oh, I'm going to turn on a streaming platform and go find a good horror or a sci-fi movie, Netflix movies just suck lately. I mean, they've had the big ones, I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I hate to use that as an example because that sucked. But, they've had their real popular movies. But just in general, when you're scrolling through, looking at the movies, they're on Netflix. Yeah. And I'm not talking, we're talking movies, not necessarily, like Stranger Things or shows. Netflix, I just, they're like Netflix content, because they're trying to like stick to their own content or whatever. It's just, I don't find much. And because of that, I actually have canceled my Netflix subscription. Haven't had Netflix in a few months now. Mr. Bones, no, I appreciate it. You the man. I appreciate you for being here and hanging out. Yeah, it was a good chat the other night. Suggestions for days, we'll hit you up with those. All right, very cool. Yeah, love to hear it. I've got all my links and everything are down below. You can message me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, or send me emails. And I look, there is like a contact link where you can contact me that does shoot me an email. So you can all do that as well. Have you seen Day Shift on Netflix? Day Shift? No, that's the new one. Is that the new Jamie Foxx movie? If I seem to remember right, was that Jamie Foxx? But I have not seen that, and just because I don't have Netflix, it looks kind of. It was like Jamie Foxx and like Snoop Dogg, right? Like it looks kind of funny, but yeah, I just I'm like, do I go sign up for Netflix again? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll get back into it. Did you watch Netflix Resident Evil series? It took me 2 hours to watch. 30 minutes of it. Oh, no, I did not. I've never been a Resident Evil fan with the movies, with the TV show. But from what I understand, everything that everybody's saying, there's a reason that it got canceled after one season. But the day shift, so the day shift is good. Okay. And yeah, the vampire movie. And so, and I seem to remember the premise of it where it's like Jamie Foxx is like a struggling, like a plumber or something like that. But he's really like a vampire killer or whatever. But he's like struggling to survive or something like that. So he's taking the gig or whatever. Sounded fun. But I just, again, not having Netflix is one of those ones that maybe I'm sure one of these days there'll be enough on Netflix where I'll be like, okay, I need to go catch up. Because again, I haven't seen any Stranger Things after season 2, season 3, I haven't seen any of it. So maybe one of these days I'll get Netflix again and go get caught up. Amy Cakes, been stuck on Paramount because the show Evil. Been meaning to get Shudder again, but waiting till I see some good specials. Yeah, and I had Shudder too, and I watched the heck out of Shudder, and I kind of felt like I was like, okay, I'm not watching it so much anymore, so I canceled my subscription. But when you add it on to Amazon and it's just a few bucks a month, it's really not that bad. Just like put in there or whatever. But Shudder is a good one. There's always some classic movie in Shudder that you can go back to watch. Kill a Care Bear, what's up? How you doing? Except for Cobra Kai and Stranger Things, wouldn't get Netflix back. And here's the thing, and this is there are a few shows, franchises, and stuff that I'll tell you that I don't care for, that seem to be shockers to a lot of people. I don't have anything against Cobra Kai. It's just not my cup of tea. And I remember watching Karate Kid way back in the day. I've never seen Karate Kid 2. I think there was like a third one, right? I did watch the Karate Kid remake with, was it like Will Smith's kid? And that was okay. I didn't hate it as much as a lot of people did. But so I seen those 2 Karate Kid movies. I've never seen 1 minute of Cobra Kai. And I'm okay with that. I like I said, I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's just, there's nothing pulling me to it. It's just not my cup of tea. Same kind of thing like with Jaws. I'm not a big Jaws fan, which is like ridiculous because I just bought the stinking autographed Richard Dreyfuss Jaws Funko Pop. But I'm just not a big Jaws fan, and I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. Favorite boutique label, probably Severin. As much as I really shouldn't say that, being this video is talking about Visual Vengeance, but Visual Vengeance is still new, so we'll give them some time. But Severin's been around for a while, but man, Severin has. I got some really great Severin titles over here. So that's what I would say is probably Severin. Although, man, it's so Arrow Video has such great stuff. Criterion. I mean, like it's hard to pick. I'm horrible. Like I was like, oh yeah, Severin. I got some great stuff. And then I started thinking about, man, Arrow and then Criterion. It's like, it's really hard for me to pick. Yeah, I maybe one of those 3 for sure. You can add Shudder on Amazon Prime. Yeah. I just, that's the way I did it, rather than, having another thing to go click on. So on Amazon Prime, it just shows up as like one of your channels. And so as you're going down, it's just right there. And then you start scrolling across. Yeah. So that's the way I like to do it with the, if you can do that, add things through Amazon. I like to do it there. So that way you're in one app. You don't have to exit the app, go into a new app and stuff like that. So what is up, OGP? Robert, what's cracking? How you doing? You're doing better on your way to work. Oh, hey, well, have a good night at work. Be safe out there. And yeah, I am feeling way better. Thank you very much. Yes. Monday was really, really rough. But I am doing much better today. Yeah. And with these, this is what I'm seeing. I'm sure they're emojis. I'm sure you're typing in emojis or something right here, but unfortunately that's what I'm seeing. I think Balls are seeing it differently. Wait, let me see here if let me see where are trying to figure out where we are in the comments if I'm yeah, I don't see that's what I'm seeing in the comments, unfortunately, with that. But yeah, since you didn't watch all the movies, you wouldn't have the nostalgia I do for the show, because they bring back every character from every movie. For me, it's awesome. And that's and I love that they're doing that. And and that's like, to me, with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And I know a lot of people have problems with Obi-Wan, but I loved the way they brought back Christensen and some of the actors from episodes 1, 2, and 3. So I like that. I love how they did that. And I know, with Cobra Kai, it's like, the entire cast bringing back from the 80s and stuff. And I think that's really cool. It's just not like for me necessarily. Oh, they're pictures of my emojis. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I can't see them. This so because things look different on my StreamYard here, I opened up the video in another app over here, but I still am not seeing them here. So yeah, I don't know, but Balzer thought it was funny, and that's tells me enough right there. So has anyone seen Archive 81 on Netflix? The show was pretty interesting, but was canceled after the first season. Don't you hate when that happens? You see a show and you're like, oh man, this is so good, and then it never comes back. For me, that a show like that was, and I forget what network it was on or whatever, but was Quarry. The show, it was about like the guy who came back. I think it was like a Vietnam vet who came back from the war, and it was having problems with his wife and gets tangled up with like this local like mob kind of thing. And it was such a good show. Went one season, they canceled it, and I've been so disappointed ever since. But it's a bummer when they cancel shows after one season. Just picked up Santa Sangra from Severn today. Also picked up your first Indicator title. Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah, that hey, where is mine? Oh, mine's buried over there. I can't get to mine. It's kind of buried behind some stuff. But yeah, no, great title right there in Santa Sangra. Yep. Amy Cakes agrees. Yep, very good title. I heard Rob Monsters movie is getting early bad reviews. I don't think it's a shocker. And I saw one of your Dollar Street where you found the old Monsters movie DVD. Really enjoyed those movies. Yeah, and I debated on picking that up. I did not buy it. But yeah, and that was when I think I found that at, was that a Family Dollar where I found that? I was one of the Dollar General, maybe, is where I saw that. Yeah, hey, the Old School Munsters TV show, great. The Munsters movies, but fun watches. Rob Zombie's Munsters movie, it's I'm just gonna have to wait and watch it. We're just gonna have to wait and watch it. But Rob Zombie basically has come out and said, I'm making the movie I want to make. This is my interpretation of the Munsters. Take it or leave it. And I give credit to Rob Zombie for having the balls to do that. But at the same time, I think it is probably going to flop and fall. I think it's going to be categorized with his Halloween 2. But like Nick, Nick from Fearsome Figures and Creepie Con, Nick was saying he's optimistic about it because it's supposed to take place. The Munsters movie is supposed to take place earlier in their life, and that's why you don't see Eddie Munster. The kids aren't there because it's younger as Herman and Lily are meeting each other, and their kind of life together is beginning. So it's earlier, it's a different time frame in their life. So hopefully that based on Nick's opinion or thoughts there, hopefully that does allow you to look at it differently and appreciate it. But it's I'm not overly optimistic about it. I love Rob Zombie. I always say, what a dream life to be a rock legend, a rock god, and to be able to make movies. Like, dude, like that would be the ultimate dream right there. I can't sing and I can't play guitar, so I'm out of the rock god possibilities, but I would still love to make movies. But anyways, he gets to do both, and I've enjoyed most of his movies. I know they have flaws. I know there's an element of the population that hates his movies, but I do. Probably my favorite of his would be House of Thousand Corpses. I know a lot of people are like, no, Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects would probably be my second favorite of his. Then his first Halloween movie. Then probably after that would be maybe, and I get it. I get it. They're not everybody's a fan, but I would say probably Lords of Salem, then 31, then 3 from Hell, because 3 from Hell didn't do much for me. And am I forgetting one? And then the least favorite of mine of Rob Zombie's is his Halloween 2. Just too much screaming. Hey, Daniel Harris, Scout Taylor Compton, I love them. They're both great. Such nice people in person. But what he did with Scout in that movie, way too much screaming throughout the whole movie. Didn't really care for it. Let's see. Andor, anyone? So when is it Andor? That's like, I am looking forward to checking it out. And Andor is, I should remember because I talk on my OGP's movie news about that. But season 1, episode 4, Wednesday, September 28th. So episode 4. So we're already 3 episodes in. Holy crap, am I behind? But being in Texas and being sick and stuff has really thrown me for a loop here. I haven't watched it. I will definitely be checking it out. That's for sure. Amy Cakes, you loved El Topo and Holy Mountain, so it'll be a treat to finally see Sentinel. Nice, very cool. The great question: Munsters or Addams Family? Yeah, that's a tough one. Show, the Munsters, movies, the Addams Family. If I have to pick one over the other, I'm just gonna go Addams Family because the movie's so much better than the Munsters. So that would be, but the TV show, I would definitely go Munsters. The movies, Addams Family, if I'm allowed to split that up. Trick or Treat Studios releasing House of 1,000 Corpses action figures. That's cool. I've been dying to get a like the Sid Haig, like the Captain Spaulding Funko Pop forever. But in order to get a real, like a legit one, they're very expensive. And so I have not. There's been some like fakes that have come out of China or wherever that you could find a while back for like $30. But if they were selling us the Captain Spaulding Funko for like that cheap, you knew it wasn't legit. So I didn't buy one of those. But that's cool. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff come out from different places, with regards to like House of 1,000 Corpses, like figures and stuff. But Trick or Treat Studios puts out some good stuff. So that's cool. That's definitely worth looking into. Thanks for that little tidbit there, Wicked Network. You ever saw Dark Knight of the Scarecrow? That's a good question, Nick B. What's up, Nick B? How you doing? Let me see. Because let's see, Dark City Yeah, I knew I had it. I knew I had it. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Strange. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever watched this or not. I knew I had it, but I don't know that I've ever watched it or not. Maybe I'll just leave it right over here. Maybe I'll check it out tonight, Nick. Still hoping for fellow rocker D. Snyder to make another horror movie. Hey, that would be cool. Yeah, but D. Snyder, I think D. Snyder's kind of just like chilling and living the life right now. I don't know that I'd hold my breath on that. Zombie also did Legend of L. Oh yeah, that's right. The that was like the animated one, right? Yeah, I remember. I don't own that, and I saw it in Zia Records, and I was like, oh, I should pick this up, and I didn't, and kind of regret that. D. Snyder, Strangeland. Yeah, I got Strangeland. Well, I think it's over there. 1998, very underrated thriller movie. I agree. I'll give you that. Yeah. Just released the first 3 episodes yesterday. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And so I was going to say, I thought it was coming out like at the end of September. So I was like, I didn't think I was like behind with that. But then I saw 3 episodes out. I was like, oh, whoa. Nocturnal, they released first 3 episodes at day 1. Okay. Very cool. Very good to know. Why would you do 3 at once? So weird. But Shawn, what's up, Shawn? How you doing tonight? Walter Jones, Love Strange End. It was also where I fell in love with Cold Chamber. Okay. Very cool. Good stuff. Yeah. The going back to Andor here. Pardon me. Like I said, I'm probably 90% healthy right now. I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm not fully back yet. And so bear with me as I'm recovering and getting my brain going again. Some of the names are taking some time to add up here. Walt, yeah, I am. I pardon me if seeing Walter, I go to Walt, thinking of Walter White and stuff, but Walter, you mentioned Zia. Are you in the Southwest area of the United States? Yes. Matter of fact, I am Southern California, but we are in Las Vegas all the time, always out at the, always out there at the, hang on a second. Sorry about that. Always at the Zia Records out there in Vegas. And I would love to one of these days get to the Zias out in the Phoenix area, but I love shopping at Zia, on their website or in store. But every time we go to Vegas, always hitting up both Zia Records. Love to go to both. In fact, I've been to all 4 locations, 2 of which don't exist anymore. But yeah, living out here in the Southwest. Yep. Wish Lionsgate would do a Blu-ray upgrade of D. Snyder, Strangeland. And can I just say something to really quick? They're going to know who they are. Hey, funny guy. You think you're funny? Yeah, I got your phone number too. So if you want me to start putting your information out there publicly, go ahead. Continue. Yeah, there's been a bozo that thinks he's funny here that I've blocked. But anyways, yeah, I just love Zia Records. Sometimes their stuff is priced pretty good. I love when they put stuff on sale. And talking to the people at Zia, they're like, yeah, if it sits on the shelf for so long, I don't know what exactly the time frame is. They might have told me and I forgot, or I just don't know. But as movies sit on the shelf for so long, eventually they will mark them down. So sometimes you'll look and you'll see 2 or 3 of the same movies. One of them's cheaper than the other, and that's just because they've been on the shelf longer than the others. And so I love going in there and finding the good deals that, just the movie that has just been sitting there for too long. Let's see. Walter Jones, love the underrated gem. It's a movie never talk about much. Gets so damn great over and over. So, going back to talking about the good old you're talking about Super Beasto, or are we talking about Strangeland? What up? 345 Kimbo, what's cracking? I hope all's well. You ready for Vinegar Cinema sale tonight? And are you going to be on with Master Chaos? Unfortunately, I will not be on with Master Chaos. I will be watching though. I have a video to edit this evening. I'll be watching along with everybody on Master Chaos, which he's going to be starting like right now. He's going to be starting, his chat, but it's at 9:01. So 31 minutes from now, the sale goes live. So I'll definitely be watching along about a half hour from now with Master Chaos as the sale goes live to see, what they're going to be releasing, what titles. And yeah, they're as much as I hate to say it, man, Vinegar, it sounds like they might have maybe one or two movies that I might be like, oh man, I might be torn on here. Well, GP better get better soon. Have a good night, everyone. Till the next one. Yeah, Wicked Network. Thanks. Hey, appreciate you for dropping in. I really do. You have a good night as well. And I'm working on getting better, taking the vitamins, drinking the water, and all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Strangeland, worth picking up. Amazon has it for $6.99. Hey, $6.99. That's definitely worth the pickup. I would definitely get it. Yep, Jesse agrees. Yeah. And Walter agrees. Yeah, for $7. That's not a bad buy. That's not a bad buy. Yeah, I would totally grab that. But hey, everybody, I think we will. Yeah, it is almost a renting price. You're right. Yes, very correct. But I do think we're going to go ahead and wind this video down because of the sale coming up tonight. I know a lot of people are going to be interested in that Vinegar Syndrome sale. And Master Chaos is going live here. If he's not already live, he's going to be live any second now. And so, we can all continue to hang out over there on his channel if you want. I will be listening along as I begin to edit the video, the JFK assassination site there at Dealey Plaza video that I'm going to put up tomorrow. I'm going to be editing that tonight. But anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being here, hanging out. And again, Amazon or Diabolic would be the place to grab these if you're interested. If you're looking for one or two in particular, Necrofiles #1, Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell would be my second choice there. But Walter, no, thank you for chatting. Thanks for subscribing. Hopefully you come back, hang out with us some more. I do all kinds of random videos. You never know, but the channel is really based on talking movies, talk a lot of boutique titles and stuff. So Walter, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Very nice to have you on here for the first time. Amy Cakes, you have a good night. Thank you very much. And everybody, yeah, hey, if you want to still hang out and chat and stuff, let's wrap it up and go hang out and chat with Master Chaos over there on his channel. Balzer, you have a good night too. Appreciate you. Shawn, have a great night as well. Jesse Torres, take care. Bruce Wayne. Yes, Bruce Wayne paying Master Chaos. Yep, there it is. Yep. Ruben, good night, everybody. Killer Care Bear, good night. And I don't know what I was saying there, Bruce Wayne, talking about Master Chaos. But yeah, definitely let's go hang out with Master Chaos and hear what him and the fellas have to say about the sale tonight over there. I will see everybody Monday night live right back here. And then Tuesday, we're also going to be live here for the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel. So I've got back-to-backs on Tuesday and Monday, Tuesday night, and then Wednesday night I'll be live on at Master Chaos' channel, plus all the regularly scheduled videos coming your way. So much content coming. Now that I'm feeling better, get ready because it's coming like a tidal wave. Everybody, thank you very much. You have a great night. Take care of yourselves. And if I don't see you before Monday night, be there. I will.